ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another McFarlane Toys action figure review on the DC Multiverse Blue Beetle Movies Carapax Mega Figure. I gotta give a big thanks to McFarlane Toys for making this review possible and sending out this sample to review for you guys. If you want to see the latest from McFarlane Toys, check them out. Link is in the description below. And no, I have not seen this movie yet at the time of the recording. I want to see it very soon. I am very excited for the Blue Beetle movie. I cannot wait to see it. Anyway, not much more on the side right here. It just says Carapax, Blue Beetle right over there. On the back, you have some nice looking concept art. And then there's a QR code right over there. And your McFarlane Toys hashtags. And then on this side, you can see the window creeps over. And then window creeping over to the top. And then not much more at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. But first, if you try and get your McFarlane Toys figures, you can do so at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here is Carapax out of the packaging, and this guy looks cool. I don't really know much about Carapax, just the little I've seen from the trailer and the read up on the back of the card, which we'll take a look at in a moment. But with me knowing very little, I do gotta say I like the design a lot. Very mech looking, has a little bit of a Pacific Rim vibe to it, which I love. And there's a lot of metallic looking plastic over here, which I also love. So let's get a closer look at the accessories, and then we'll take a closer look at the figure. Now, while I do mention a lot of love, I would have loved to have had some kind of accessory showing off his power set. We just get the interchangeable hands right over here, which look fine, and then you get your standard issue accessories right over there. But the hands do look good. There are details in the sculpt here to appreciate, so they don't look bad or anything. You know, they're hands. They work for this character, for this figure. And then you get your concept art right here on the trading card. Looking pretty good once again. Read up on the back if you want to read it. Go ahead and pause it right now. Then you get your display stand. So I'm a sucker for this stuff. I love how this looks. Again, I don't need to know a whole lot about it. I just think it looks cool. I mean, look at that fade with the yellow and the orange right over there. Again, we get this nice metallic crimson throughout. I really like the sculpted details right over here. Or just the way this is designed. It just looks really cool to me. You get all the vents. And yeah, I'm not going to repeat myself over and over about details, but you can see all the line work throughout on this thing. Again, I wish we had something to show off a power set. This looks pretty cool with the orange fading into the yellow right over there, and then you can see the chest plate, and you get these shoulder pads right here that move around. I think they project something, or maybe not. I assume they help him fly, but he doesn't come with a flight stand. I tried putting him on a flight stand, but it doesn't work, so it's just really heavy and chunky. I mean, I'm sure you could find one, but the DC Multiverse stand that comes with a lot of the figures just wasn't able to support this figure. You get all these little orange dots right over there, and then you have these black pieces right here. And there's some parts with really soft material, by the way. Like the crotch area, very soft material for that, so that does help. And then you can see some orange, and yeah, the metallic looking red looks really good on this thing. Really do like it. Get some orange bits right over there, looking pretty nice. And I do have some complaints about the articulation, which we'll get into just a moment. But yeah, I think this thing looks freaking awesome. I just really like the design. Very cool looking character. Again, don't know squat about him, but I think it looks awesome. Oh yeah, the forearms right over here. These gauntlets, I don't know exactly what these do. I don't know if there's a function to the figure here I'm missing. So I mostly like the articulation on this figure. I think the head can look up a fair amount right over there. So I can't get him into flying poses, but you know, still, you can get him looking up that much, and his head will look downward, and you get side-to-side motion right here. It does shift forward and back a little bit, which is interesting, and you get some head pivoting right here as well. The shoulder pads will move up and around. They're on double ball joints right there, so you could rotate them, shift them around. No real butterfly joints on this figure. It's kind of twisting up there, but that's more of that bicep swivel up there. You can move the shoulders outward a little bit. They will move inward. You can rotate forward and back. It does get a little clunky in here. There's not a lot of real estate in there, so you gotta be mindful of what's running into what. There is a bicep swivel in there. Then you have the single jointed elbow that bends in at 90 degrees, and you get a rotation right there. And then you have the ball joints with the peg for the wrists, so you can move them up and down. Well, they won't move back, but they'll move down, and you can turn them side to side. I have them set up so that they can turn side to side a little bit over here on this side. You also have the diaphragm joint right there, and some diaphragm pivot. You'll move forward and back only the tiniest bit right there. You have a waist joint, ball jointed waist. So with both joints, you'll pivot that much. And with both joints, it'll crunch forward that far and back that far. Legs will move outward so you can do the splits. And he can kick forward very high. This soft crotch piece really helps a lot with that. Moves back a bit, kind of running into a butt flap. No upper thigh cut, but it will move around a little bit right there. Double jointed knees, and then the ankles do move down. They do move up. I wish we had calf rotation right here because this ankle pivot's kind of weird. I think the pin placement on the ankle pivot's at a weird spot where it doesn't really move side to side the way I'd like it to, or it moves too much to the side. It's kind of weird. It doesn't have that properly front-facing pin. It's just a little bit off to me. So not the most beautiful of ankle pivots, but we do get toe articulation. Now to measure out this figure, you can see that Carapax here is standing at about 9 inches tall. Then for a size comparison, here is the Carapax mega figure next to the battle mode Blue Beetle. I can't wait to see the movie. Still haven't seen the movie. And then here's Carapax next to another large DC Multiverse figure from McFarlane Toys. We have Doomsday from the 2-pack. And then just for fun, I had to compare Carapax over here next to the NECA Toys Pacific Rim Crimson Typhoon. And then here's Carapax next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Inner Letdown Spider-Man. Whoa, it's the new bad guy for the Blue Beetle movie, Red Beetle. Who knew you'd be a red? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to show some love to the channel by simply clicking that like button. And if you are new here, feel free to go ahead and hit that subscribe button so we can hit those 1 million subscribers. And big thank you to all of you for watching. Stay tuned to have a whole bunch more reviews coming to the channel, so stay tuned for that. And I will be at PowerCon next week, so I'm going to prep some videos to go up while I'm away in Columbus, Ohio from August 11th through the 13th. Hope to see you there. And this figure, oh, and I'll be close to the McFarlane Toys booth, which is kind of neat, so I'm pretty stoked about that. I'm at booth 536, if I remember correctly. Anyway, this figure looks cool to me. I just mentioned it so many times already. I'm just a sucker for these kind of designs. I can't wait to see the movie to get a better idea of how this figure looks to how the character is going to make me feel, or how I'm going to think about the character after I watch the movie. My opinions do get skewed after I get a better idea of the source material, right? I mean, that should be for all of us. You know, if you know very little, you're going to feel one way. Know a bit more, you should feel another way. But just looking at it as an action figure, really, my biggest two complaints here are I wish we had a calf swivel or a better ankle pivot on the figure, and some kind of accessory to show off a power set of some sort. That would have been nice to have with this guy. But other than that, I do think it's very cool. It's fun to pose around. It's cool to look at, and at the price point of around, I think this is around 40 bucks, I'm going to give Carapax a Sud rating of...
It's not so bad.
And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see the latest in action figure news, you can find it all over at toynewseye.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok. And I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face.